2021.
We made it. We made it.
We're back. And I missed you.
I missed you too, man.
I wasn't talking to you. I missed you.
Oh, the desk.
Oh.
The desk.
Oh, it's so nice and cool.
How you doing, old gal? You're holding up there. Oh,
God.
She's got a couple extra little dings and stuff in her.
Why? We haven't done anything. What have you been doing to her?
Putting stuff on top of it and shoving it in the corner.
Yeah, this thing basically turned into a storage space. Anyway, welcome everyone to another episode and another season of Nerdstrodamus. I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
And it is the first episode of season 6.
2020 was the gas leak year.
It was.
Of life.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, Lambo. Because at Nerdstrodamus, we make predictions and never follow through with them. In fact, we never talk about them again. Except today. Because I'd like to mention that while we were off, we weren't off. Yeah. It's just in all honesty, with everything that was going on this past year, and we're not going to mention anything, you know, it was very hard for us to get into the studio and record together.
Yeah.
We did a couple of episodes here and there.
Yeah, we did some gameplay episodes.
We did some where we telecommuted.
Yeah, yeah.
We did some streaming. We did some stuff, but our schedule was not great. We're hoping to get back to it, but it might take us a bit because the world still sucks.
Real bad.
But, at Nerdstrodamus, in that time we had off, I went back and watched some of our older episodes because I do that from time to time.
Of course, you know, it's nostalgia. You know.
And the most interesting episode was by far the first episode of last year.
Oh.
Where we talk about our 5 favorite games that were coming out in 2020. Because we didn't know what was going to happen in 2020.
But we do now.
We know what happened, and I've watched the episode. I know what we talk about. You don't remember.
No, I haven't watched it since January of last year.
So what I wanted to do for this episode is I wanted you to watch specific clips, not the whole episode.
Yeah, of course.
There's about 4 minutes of clips on here. I want you to watch, and I want to hear your reaction. Now, we are going to react also to the games that we talked about and actually mention, did we play it, and what do we think about it?
Sure.
But
I barely remember any of them that I mentioned.
I mean, I've seen it all, so I know what to talk about, but it's going to be funny. So, and I'm going to let you know, some of this stuff is weirdly soothsayery, and knowing how 2020 turned out, it's going to be real funny.
Did we predict the future?
A little bit.
All right.
Which is funny, because we're Nerdstrodamus and we never follow through with predictions, but we're going to today.
Until we do.
Maybe
we should stop making predictions.
Well.
Yeah, I know.
So you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's see what's going on here.
So first up is the intro.
Okay.
All right, Pansy, you're gonna get out there. You're gonna give 2020 everything it's got. You're gonna predict your top 5 games. You're gonna give some predictions about the year. What are you gonna do, Pansy?
I'm gonna talk about some games.
Yeah, you get out there.
Yeah,
you get out there.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about our top 5 games of 2020.
Oh,
you had 2020 punch me in the face. You had 2020 literally punch me in the face.
Ooh. Ooh.
Do you see what I mean?
That's interesting. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, oh, what do I say? I forget what happened. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
With 2020.
Yeah, that happened. So we start off that video with having 2020 punch me in the face, and look what happened. But anyway, let's move on, shall we?
All right, we shall.
If you don't mind, I'll start.
Go for it.
Number 5 is Darksiders Genesis. Okay, so my first game that I talked about was Darksiders Genesis, and we played it. In fact, I got it when it came out on the Switch, and you and we played it co-op.
We did. We actually played through the whole game.
We did, and despite everything, we were able to play through the whole thing, and I gotta say, it was really, really good.
Actually, that was my second favorite co-op game of the year.
Yes.
Easily.
If you want to find out what our favorite games of the year were, tune into our latest podcast episode, or at least part of it. We'll put a thing right there. Little ditty up there. But Darksiders Genesis was really cool. If you haven't had a chance to play it, it's good. It's a really good co-op game.
Oh yeah.
Give it a shot. Now, it's technically out already.
Yeah.
On PC and Stadia. But who's playing Stadia?
We are. We're playing Stadia.
Right? I know. So I watched this and I'm like, we bash Stadia, but we both own one now.
We both own a Stadia controller and yeah.
But I would like to mention, the only reason that we both own a Stadia is it was free.
Yeah. We got it free through the YouTube Premium.
Because we have YouTube Premium. They sent you one for free if you signed up for a month.
But honestly, I kind of dig it. It's pretty cool. And it works pretty well.
I got Doom Eternal for it, and it runs great.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll pay full price for any game, though. No. Yeah. But,
my number 5 is the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Ooh. So, the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
Okay. You did get it.
I did. I got it on launch day, and honestly, it was one of those games that really soothed my heart over the quarantine.
Yeah. I'm not posting this whole, like, we're not going to watch through this whole video.
Yeah.
I have some choice words for it.
Mm-hmm.
I have bought it. I have played it. I did not finish it, but I don't dislike it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've brought up what my issues are with the game, that Eris is a little weird and not what I imagined her to be like, but the game's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we do talk about in the episode is we were worried that it was going to be like monetized like 15 was.
And it wasn't. My concern is that Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be a kind of a cash grab.
It wasn't. In fact, the game came out and
actually it was everything a Final Fantasy game should be. Not even just like Final Fantasy VII. It was like pretty darn good.
Right. So
it honestly like kind of softened that like hard hit that Final Fantasy 15 gives.
It does, but I say one other thing that I think is very pertinent given what happened this year.
Okay.
So they ruined Final Fantasy. 15 ruined the series, so much so that they can announce 16. I don't care anymore.
They did announce
16. They did announce 16, and you know what?
And you don't care.
I don't care. So I just...
Oh, wow, because that was literally the first thing you told me after we saw the 16 trailer.
It's
you're
like,
I don't know.
Yeah. So I will say this because 16 has been announced.
Yeah.
It's because the only things we've seen have been the monster designs and like the characters. And the characters don't do anything for me. They look very stereotypical Japanese roleplay in a medieval setting. The monster designs look really cool. Yeah. And the combat has potential, but it's one of those things, I gotta see this, but I am not super excited for it. 15 did...
Yeah, they needed, like, it needs to come off as less generic looking, and then I'll be like,
yeah,
all ready for it.
There's gonna be more moments like this. It's really funny.
That was good.
So let's keep going. Anyway, my number 4.
Yeah.
Shantae and the 7 Sirens.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So...
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Shantae and the 7.
Oh yeah, I have the same exact reaction.
You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, oh yeah. I got it. I played it. I didn't finish it yet because there was a lot of stuff going on this year. But it is a good game. It is totally worth a play if you like a good platformer with some beautiful graphics and some cool puzzle solving. And this one's a bit more Metroidvania than the last one. The last one had like separate levels to it. This is one contained area.
Ooh, okay. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah. So. Check it out if you're into that kind of thing. It is really, really cool.
My number 4 is Iron Man VR. I can't wait to feel like I'm gonna throw up and blow stuff up in midair. It's gonna be awesome.
Throw up and blow up.
Throw them up and blow them up.
That's 2020 in a nutshell. Throw up and blow up. 2020 in a nutshell. God, it's so much fun to go back and look at the things we said in a brand new light.
That's 2020 in a nutshell.
Yeah, it is.
It was.
Let's keep going. So that brings me to my number 3, which is Persona 5 Scramble. The demo came out in Japan, and I was able to download that via a Japanese Nintendo account. So I did technically play it.
Oh yeah, I guess you did.
Yeah, I did. It was a lot of fun. I had no idea what I was doing. I have no idea what anybody was saying, but
the gameplay is there.
The gameplay is there, and now that we've seen a lot of trailers and everything, I'm very excited for it to come out this year. It's probably going to be one of my top 5 games of the year based on what everyone's saying. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Plus, it's more Persona 5.
It is more Persona 5. The one thing we do talk about, though, is we hope it's multiplayer, and it is 100% not.
Yeah, it's not.
So that's sad.
One game that I know is definitely coming out, though, is Doom Eternal. It did.
It did come out, and in fact, you played it.
Yeah.
I played it.
Yeah.
Dad played it.
Yeah, it's on it. That was my favorite game of the year. Easy. It was
super
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Doom.
Rip and tear.
Yeah.
Just that sweet heavy metal soundtrack.
It's like difficulty wise, it started off where the first game like left off.
It's tough.
And like, I kind of loved that. It was way harder than the first one. Way more cool bosses. The last boss battle was like the boss was the size of a skyscraper.
That's awesome.
You know, like
that's really awesome.
And then I'm slogging through the DLC. It's so hard.
But there is one I had to put on my list, and that is my number 2, and that is Trials of Mana.
That's my number 2.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, we agree. I feel like it's been a while since we've agreed on something.
We've never agreed.
No, we haven't.
Oh no, yeah, Final Fantasy 15.
And Mega Man 11.
And Mega Man 11.
But Trials of Mana, we did both buy it. We both played it.
I beat it.
You did.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
It was a really good classic feeling game with a kind of nice. I don't want to say it's a modern looking game.
No, it really feels like a PS2 game.
I would call it PS3. I would call it PS3, like early to mid PS3 game. That's what I would call it.
It's got an Okage kind of. I mean, I could see myself running around in a PS2 world.
Not that smooth.
It's got like a dark cloud thing going on.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But the game was good. It is fun. It offers all kinds of like different story options and whatnot. And the music's great.
Oh yeah.
Just recommendation: probably play it with the Japanese voice acting on.
Yes.
Carl!
And who is it? Edward's voice? Or no? What's his name?
Kyle.
Was it
Kyle?
Voice.
No, wait. Was it Kyle?
It was Kyle. Kevin.
It was Kevin and Carl. Kevin and Carl. We left Kevin at home.
Kyle.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But the game was really cool. A lot of cool puzzles, a lot of cool boss fights, and the controls were great. So definitely worth checking out if you're into that kind of old school RPG action kind of feel. Bayonetta 3. No, it didn't come out. There's nothing more to say. Bayonetta 3 didn't come out, so keep going.
My number 1 is Cyberpunk 2077. Well, that came out and it was lovely.
Was it?
I mean, for me, I enjoyed it.
You did enjoy it, but
I bought it on a system that it was actually playing okay on.
So we'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into the deep discussion about Cyberpunk 2077.
We don't need to.
But what I want to bring up is there were so many things that were said in that looking back now, it's like. But my favorite one is
CD Projekt Red is toiling away, putting out hopefully game of the century here pretty much. That's what it's built up to be.
They've got a lot of stuff to live up to with how The Witcher 3 was handled.
Yeah.
Game of the century, Lambo! Game of the century!
It still could be. Skyrim still comes out on things every once in a while.
Yeah, so obviously Cyberpunk 2077 came out and it did not have a great launch.
Well, no, actually, I mean, 13 million people bought it.
No. I'm not talking about how many people bought it. I'm talking about the reaction.
The game itself, yeah.
The reaction to the game was not great, and it suffered. I've played it. You've played it.
Yeah.
Punk has played it. Is Dad playing it?
Yeah, Dad's
Dad's playing it. We're all enjoying it.
Yeah.
And you're playing it on PS5.
Right.
Very few issues.
Yeah, very few.
Punk is on PC. Very few issues. I'm on a base PS4. Is Dad on a base?
He's on a Slim.
He's on a Slim. So we're both on pretty much a base PS4. Yeah. And yeah, I've had issues, but it hasn't killed the game for me.
Not yet.
Only once has it really
Not Champions of Norath style.
Oh, God, no. So there have been more broken games. But it does suffer a little bit. It is a cool game. I think it is fun. It is not the amazing, groundbreaking experience that everyone believed it was going to be. But this might go back to where we talk about, like, you got to check your expectations. Because maybe the hype was just raised too high for it.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
This year is a huge year of change in general. We're going to revisit them multiple times, and we're going to have a couple other times throughout the year. We're going to add some predictions on, review our older predictions, and actually punish each other.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we've always had empty promises. Well, not always.
What do you got to say about that, Lambo? New year, new Nerdstrodamus. This was a gold mine of like all kinds of things that we were like, yeah, we're going to be better this year. Things are going to be great. And no. And you know what? We're going to revisit our predictions here in just a second.
Yeah.
There is no reason to punish each other anymore. This last year was a punishment for everyone.
I don't think Halo Infinite's coming out this year.
Halo Infinite. You were right.
I was right.
It did not come out.
Not for the reason I wanted it to be.
Yeah. You do say it's going to come out still within the launch window 2021, and I don't think that is. I think it's going to be it's fall 2021, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were right. Good job. You got a prediction correct.
Yeah.
I think there will be a Spider-Man sequel this year, and it will be only PlayStation 5.
Interesting.
Yeah. I want to bring up the
that's an interesting one because it was originally only announced for PlayStation 5, and it seemed like you were right.
It did, but then it came out on PS4. There is one thing you say though to contradict me because you didn't believe that was true. It wasn't because it wasn't going to be only PS5. You didn't think it was going to come out that quickly.
Oh, okay.
So, just interesting.
Interesting. I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out this year.
Bull crap! No way.
All right. Here's why. There's no good reason why.
No, there's no good reason why.
No, there's no good reason why.
Is it going to come out this year?
No.
Moving on. The PS5 is going to come out with full backwards compatibility. I mean,
you can put an asterisk on that.
Back to PS1.
Oh, okay,
I can put
no,
any PlayStation disc in this thing, and it will play it. And any PS3 classic that was from PS1 and PS2, I'll be able to play on there. You know why? Because I took too much money into this freaking company.
Another pants rant.
Yeah, that was the last one, I think, because there were 3 in that episode.
So I was going to say you could have put an asterisk on
yeah, but I went to.
It does have pretty much full backwards compatibility with PS4.
With PS4, you are correct.
That's pretty cool.
But my biggest thing is I still want them to be able to go back to that library of classics and put that on there.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
At some point,
maybe. Just hit the button. Keep going.
I'm thinking we're either going to get a couple of little releases or compilation release of the 64 era Star Wars games. Okay, so we got Star Wars Racer.
We did get Pod Racing.
There
were a couple of games, but I think that was the only 64 one that got released.
Yeah.
Because you talk about Shadows of the Empire, Rogue Squadron, like that. So,
yeah.
I mean, we didn't get compilations.
No, but we did get Squadrons.
We did get Squadrons, which was kind of a throwback to that kind of game. So
yeah. And now that EA doesn't have exclusive rights over the Star Wars games any longer, we're probably going to see a plethora of different kinds of Star Wars games coming out too.
Right.
So maybe we'll get some re-releases of that old stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, still got time. Mm-hmm. Super Mario 3D World port on the Switch.
I agree. Why not?
So
yeah,
it didn't come out that year.
Yeah, but we'll give it to you.
They didn't announce it.
Yeah,
they didn't announce it.
I have it pre-ordered. It's coming out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
3 weeks. Yeah.
So great. There was another thing we talked about there though that is a little soothsayery.
Okay. This is gonna put the last little railroad spike into the Wii U, then, and this is it.
I would argue that I would need one more thing.
What is it? What, Pikmin 3?
No, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Oh, well, that'll...
You bring up Pikmin 3 being ported, and it did in fact come out in 2020.
Are we soothsayers?
We might be soothsayers.
Beware the Ides of March!
Apparently, it's not our predictions that are right. It's all the little crap we say in between. We need to go back through all of our videos and now analyze every little thing we say.
Maybe we can't tell the truth.
Maybe.
That's easily going to be the title of this episode.
Maybe we can.
We can actually tell the truth.
We can see the future. There's a little bit more.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more. And hey, everyone, here's looking forward to a great 2020.
Is that literally the sound I made?
I think I cut you saying something, but I think it works perfectly.
All right, no, because I was going to say that's the perfect sound to encapsulate all of 2020.
Yeah. So,
it was a giant spit take. 2020 was a giant spit take.
It was. Can we put the gif of you doing a spit take in here?
Do you have to tell me what episode it's from?
I will find the episode. I will find the episode and I'll let you know.
There it is.
Okay, good. Anyway, so that was us looking back at our first episode of 2020, which was the Gas Leak season. Season 5, the Gas Leak season. We hope you get that reference, by the way. You should. So, Lambo, what'd you think going back and watching that?
That was good. That was good. I think we have superpowers now.
Yeah.
And we should never make predictions again. Or we should make predictions, then only say things that we want to happen in the meantime.
Or really, after we make an episode, just go back and look at the things we say.
Yeah.
Like the little things, because, like, oh my god, like the Pikmin 3, Final Fantasy 16, who would have thought? Who would have thought? But we know that not everything is great still. Things are still a little iffy. But we're moving forward into a new year. It's a new season of Nerdstrodamus. And pretty soon we're going to put out some of the old favorite episodes. We're going to talk about our 5 favorite games of 2021 that are coming out. Unfortunately, we got to wait for some announcements.
Yeah, because we have no idea what's coming out this year.
All we know right now is Super Mario 3D World's coming out. Persona 5 Strikers is coming out.
And Resident Evil's coming out now.
And Resident Evil Village. So, but we'll talk about that kind of stuff. Plus, we have some gameplay stuff planned out. Punk wants to get us to play a lot of really cool games. So, you can expect that stuff. And we'll probably get back to streaming here soon. We just got to, get back into the groove of things. But we hope you're all doing well. We really do. And, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share on our videos, because like I said in that video, if you want to go back and watch the whole thing, here's the link, by the way. But we love doing this, and we're really happy to be back. We really are. This feels good. This feels natural. This feels like where I belong. And we're going to keep going. So thank you all for being here with us. Again, we hope you're all doing well, and we hope for a good 2021. But for Nerdstrodamus, I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
We'll catch you all some other time.
Hey, you know, as far as all that stuff where you kind of mention random stuff and it comes true, I have some questions about my mom.